They don't care about your college degree.
2 weeks later, $18,000 in commission.
And this is one thing I want to say to people is like, how long would you really have to? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you guys are all well and the best of Iman. It's your brother marwanduibi and Ayyub al-Ishi, the co-founders of Rizq Rise. A lot of you guys have been asking us, you want to learn more about sales, you want that free game, you want some advice. And look, we're not going to hold back today. We're going to go through some questions that some of our team members have asked to bring forward. But we're going to pretty much uncover the reality of the industry in sales and high-ticket sales specifically, right? So Ayyub, are we going to hold back or are we going to give them sauce?
Inshallah, we're going to give them as much as we can, bidnillah.
Bidnillah. All right, cool. So Ayyub, is this industry one of those things like Airbnb when it first started? It was the noise, crypto, Forex, drop shipping, like these all created noise. Where is this space and where's it going? Like, what's the story?
I mean, if you really think about it, sales in general has been there since the dawn of time. You sell in whatever industry that you're in, you're always selling, you're always closing. Either I like it, you're always selling in whatever aspects you're doing. But if we're going to be talking specifically about high-ticket sales and remote closing and the educational space, as you know, is growing boomingly. Everybody's now getting courses from home, everybody's getting education from home, and everybody's now shifting from the mindset of like, I need to go to college. Everybody's trying to buy courses online. Currently speaking, in the online education industry, it's currently worth over just about 220 billion. And it's projected... Billion would be. And it's actually projected to go to $500 billion by 2030.
That's like 5 years, man. Something to speak about as well is, and this is why I love this industry so much, man. It's like this industry is based on performance. Yeah. Performance. They don't care about your college degree. They don't care about where you come from. They don't care about what you've been through. If you can step into the sales industry, especially the high-ticket sales industry, and you can perform, you can showcase numbers, close deals, collected cash, then you are going to thrive. You're going to make a lot of money, man. Let me ask you this, bro. You came into the sales industry. You've been in the sales industry for a while, but when you got into high-ticket sales, everyone on the team kind of knows. But let's talk about it. Like you pretty much landed your first offer. I don't believe it went really well. Tell us more about that. What happened there?
So when I first got into high-ticket sales, so just typical, go buy a course, learn about it, and it was actually pretty fast where I landed my first role. But I didn't have much experience back then. My background was just running a marketing agency, a couple of businesses before. I already had a bit of background, but not specifically in remote sales and just that experience in closing deals online, so to speak. My first experience in my first role was actually pretty well. Not quite in terms of money, but in terms of experience, because I learned a lot of different stuff in terms of systems, operations, how to manage a team, interviewing, going through the interview process. I didn't make money the first month. I made $1,500. Some people, that's a good amount of money, but for me, in comparison to how much I wanted to make in that industry, was nothing. And it didn't really go that well. That's where I shifted to.
Why didn't you give up though?
Because I learned something very, very quickly in my journey in the last 5 to 6 years of being an entrepreneur or trying different things to make money, is that when you try something and it doesn't work, you're just in that shiny object syndrome cycle. And when you don't have a strong reason why to master a certain skill and stay long enough in the game, you're always going to be in that cycle and you're always going to quit and fail. And to be honest, fail is not in my dictionary. Quitting is not in my dictionary. I can't have that. I realized fast enough that for me to be able to be competent in an industry or get paid, I need to become skillful enough. I need to become valuable enough. You're paid to the comparison of value that you can actually bring to somebody. So I've learned that it's just a matter of time and consistency that I need to put in before I see the results. And I did. 1 month in, another offer, I came in, I didn't get paid nothing, $500 the first month. 2 closers quit. But I was like, okay, let me stick. Let me actually help this company grow. Literally, the second month coming in, the lead flows started going in. I was the only closer. I was taking 13 calls a day. I was closing about 3, 4, 5, 6 deals a day. Then after that, 2 weeks later, $18,000 in commissions.
Commissions, bro. Commissions, collected cash. And this is one thing I want to say to people is like, how long would you really have to, what are you going to have to go through to make 18K in a normal job? Like collected cash. When you make, $3,000, $4,000 a month and you can save 500 and you have to wait for like 2 years to save that. But then you can go into an industry and you can actually make that in 2 weeks. It's crazy, bro.
And remotely, bro. Wallahi, sometimes, bro, I'll be literally in the car. I'll be literally in the middle of a restaurant closing a deal. I'll be like in front of a football pitch. I'm like, okay, let me just close these before I go and play football. It's crazy, bro. It's mad. I just need a Wi-Fi connection and it's like I'm printing money. Now, I know I'm making it sound so easy, but realistically, that's literally it. Once you have the skill set, of course, and you're placed in a good offer. It's very, very important as well.
So it's pretty much 2 things. You got to get trained, you got to have the skill, and then you got to have the right offer to really start making this kind of money. Yeah. One thing I love about this space, is it transforms the way you look at money. So for example, I said this on one of my Instagram lives one time, and I was saying, like, when you look at the way an average person would think, and they want, like, they see something they really like, and like, oh, I want to buy this thing. How much is it? It's $5,000. Okay, so in their head, they're thinking, I have to work extra hours in my job, save up a little bit here, tighten down my money over here. Maybe in 6 months I can actually afford that. And they pay the long game. When it comes to the industry of high ticket sales, I can look at something and say, that's 5K. I just need to close 5 deals on 1,000 commission and I'm going to get that. Okay, so I know what to do. I need to go close 5 deals. That's it. So the mindset, the perception of money changes when you're inside the
You're not thinking of an employee mindset because it drains you thinking of paycheck. Okay, so whatever I do, I'm going to get paid 2K at the end of the month.
Maybe a small bonus.
Small bonus.
Let me share this with you, by the way. I was on a call today, a coaching call.
Yeah.
And one of the guys in the team, I'm not going to mention his name, one of the guys in the team, he said, Marwan, I brought a 1.6 million pound deal to my business.
Oh, bet.
The company profited 1 million pound, bro, was their profit margin, okay? And he's like, the company policy is that me and the entire team have to split the commission divided between us because we're a team. So he's like, I came home with 2,000 pound, bro. Out of a 1.6 million dollar deal, I came home with 2,000 pound and I felt like I absolutely got screwed over.
That's disgusting.
I said, bro, if you closed a 20K deal, not a 1.6 million, just a 20K deal once, you would get 10% minimum of that deal, which would have been equivalent to what you made out of that deal. How long did it take you to get that 1.6? He was like, bro, took time, patience, bro. And I was like, you could have closed a 20K deal, sometimes even on one Zoom call in 40 minutes, crazy, bro.
That's to show you that some people have the skill set, like they're actually good salesmen, but they're in the wrong environment, they're in the wrong offer.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. Tell me about your journey, actually, because I know that you've been in the industry for so long, bro. You've been in traditional business for a couple of years and you've been in sales for a while. And you made your transition now to the online space. How was that transition?
I am so grateful, alhamdulillah, bro. Alhamdulillah. You know, after being a father, you want to spend more time with the kids. You want to spend more time with the family. You want to be more present. Main thing is presence, bro. And people sometimes they look at presence, they think to themselves, presence means that, you know, I'm there at a certain time. I'm like, no, presence means that you're actually intentionally there. You're actually available with the family. And I've actually seen that a lot more when I came into the online space. But the biggest thing that I loved about being, you know, within the online high ticket sales space is flexibility on my calendar. I can block out times. If I want to take the family out, if I want to go pray in the masjid, whatever I want to do, I can just block out certain parts of my day, go about my day the way I want, still take the calls wherever I want. You know, the other day I was with the family and we were in this beautiful place, man. Beautiful, it was like this forest, right? I just went to the cafe, did one of my calls, closed a deal, 40 minutes, came back to the family and I was like, yeah. It's such a great feeling because it's like, I don't have to go to a sales office to be told by Mark that I need to hit this target. I can do on my terms, the way I want and still live a comfortable life. But I'll be honest with you, bro, people need to have drive in this space. Like you gotta have drive, man. When people hear us talk about this, might be like, oh, that sounds like such a magical place. I want to go there. No, akhi. You have to actually go through the process. You have to get the skill set. You have to get the knowledge. You have to get trained. There's training involved. Like we do so much. How much walking do we do with the team, man?
A lot.
Every single day, 7 days a week, our team are mocking.
Reps.
And that's why these reps are leveling up so much.
By the way, this brings an interesting point. You mentioned drive there. And there's probably a lot of people right now that lack drive or they don't know what really drives them at the moment. Can you touch on that point? What really drives you? And then maybe give a few tips to the guys that don't have drive and where can I unlock that drive and find their drive?
100%. Bro, look, the drive comes from the why.
Okay.
The why is the drive. The why pushes the drive. What is the why? I like to explain it like, look, you're in a vehicle. This vehicle is an opportunity. Like for us, for example, Rizq Rise is a vehicle that we have built to help people get from point A to point B. But they're not going to go anywhere unless they have a why. And that why is the engine. It's the engine of the vehicle. If you don't have an engine in a vehicle, you're not going anywhere. It doesn't matter how great the vehicle is. You could be sitting in a Lamborghini with no engine, you're not going anywhere, right? So you need to have a strong why. Now, the why, I like to break it down to 6 different categories. 1, your deen. Right? Why is it you want to get closer to Allah and how is this opportunity going to do that for you?
Yeah.
I like to write down 3 things. 3 things of why this why is going to get me closer to that, and they have to be very detailed. You can't just say, I want to become a good Muslim. No. Details. For example, I want to be able to pray minimum Fajr and Isha in the masjid. For example, these are the hardest prayers, I want to pray them. So they're very detailed, these goals, okay? On these whys. Number 2 category is family. Why do you want to become successful within this opportunity or this vehicle to provide for your family? What is it? Sometimes people may have, you know, a sick mother that needs medical attention.
Yeah.
The bills are not cheap. So that's one of your why. It's detailed, akhi. It's not just like, I want to make my family happy. No, that's not enough. Detail, right? Minimum 3. Number 3 is wealth? What are your financial goals? Don't be afraid to aim high. People, when they say, you know, alhamdulillah for what I have, of course, alhamdulillah for what I have. Whether I have it or I don't, or I lose it or I have it, it doesn't matter. Alhamdulillah every time. But you need to be aiming for things in your life. If there's no aim, and I said this to one of the guys in the gym earlier on, I was like, bro, you know, what's your financial goal? And he said, oh, you know, just get out of my job. That's not enough, bro. That's not going to drive you, bro. There needs to be a focal point or a focus point that you're like, I need to get there in this time frame so that I'm disciplined to work and get there on the specific time that I'm looking for, right? So that's number 3. Number 4 is health. And people think health is just like physique, strong. No, mental health is so important, bro. You know how many guys I know that go to 9 to 5s, they come up, they're stressed, bro. So if your why is that you want to have a better mental state, then you write that down. I have guys, I was on a call with a guy today, and he chefs, right? He works as a chef, and he's like, bro, my back is breaking, bro. I have an 8-month-old baby, and I'm not even able to play with this guy because my back is gone. And it's like, that's your health, Habibi. Look after your health.
Health is your wealth, bro.
Yeah, so write these things down. So that's number 4. Number 5 is education. I believe if somebody thinks that they've got to the pinnacle and they don't have to learn anything, they're ignorant. Always be a student, bro.
You know what? Yeah, so that's actually crazy that you say it.
The last thing, though, I just let me cover the last thing. The last thing is impact. Actually, there needs to be impact inside your why. And when I say impact, I'm not talking about you and your family. I'm talking about something that has nothing to do with you right now. For example, I want to be responsible for 5 orphans every single month. I want to pay to look after them, their education, their clothing, their food. How much is it for one orphan? It's $50. I'm looking after 5. $250, that's on me.
Giving back, yeah.
Giving back. You have to have that sense of giving back. That's just one example. You could be like, you can see your local masjid and figure out, okay, you know what? We need to change the wudu area. It's been 25 years. How much is it going to cost? 25K? Okay, that's one of my whys. I need to work hard so that I can do something that has impact towards the wider community. And if people write down these 6 categories and 3 in each, I promise you they're going to level up with their drive. They have to, because now it's clear. Now there's a plan. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
We dropped some gems on you guys today. We don't want these to be long episodes. We just want to drop some facts on you guys, some experience, some lessons that we've learned. And inshallah ta'ala, we'll see you guys at the next one. Before I let you go, check out Rizq Rise on school, rizqrise.com. You guys will learn more about us, the testimonials we have, how we've helped so many different brothers. Alhamdulillah wa shukrullah.
Yep.
We're very grateful to be able to do this. But we can help you, right? If you're looking to upskill, if you're looking to develop yourself, and sometimes you don't think that you can develop, but when you get on a call with us, you realize there's some gaps that you can definitely work on. Sure. And if you're a business owner that requires some sales coaching for your team, then definitely get in touch as well. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum.